Imagine a life where every day unfolds with a sense of clarity, purpose, and serenity. Picture waking up each morning with a clear mind, unburdened by unnecessary stress, and approaching each moment with a sense of direction and calm. This vision of tranquility and fulfillment might seem like a distant dream, but it's not merely an abstract ideal, it's entirely within your reach. Achieving this state requires intentional and mindful transformation, a process that begins with assessing and refining the aspects of your life that disrupt your inner peace. Drawing on the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that emphasizes living in harmony with nature and focusing on what we can control, we can identify specific elements to eliminate that obstruct this path to a serene and purposeful life. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses and attitudes towards them. By integrating these principles into our daily lives, we can address the sources of distress and dissatisfaction that hinder our well-being. In this exploration, we'll delve into 11 critical elements, ranging from toxic relationships and excessive social media use to unrealistic expectations and materialism that should be quietly removed from your life. Each of these elements, if left unchecked, can create barriers to inner peace and personal growth. By removing these obstacles and realigning your focus with Stoic principles, you pave the way for a more balanced, resilient, and fulfilling existence. Let's embark on this journey of mindful elimination and embrace a life that truly reflects clarity and purpose. 1. Toxic relationships. Stoicism teaches us that our inner peace is profoundly affected by our external environment, particularly the people we interact with regularly. Toxic relationships, those characterized by relentless negativity, emotional manipulation, or blatant disrespect, disrupt our tranquility and hinder our personal growth. According to Stoic philosophy, the quality of our inner life is deeply intertwined with the quality of our external influences. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, insightfully remarked, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This principle underscores the idea that the people we surround ourselves with play a crucial role in shaping our mental and emotional state. When we maintain relationships that are toxic, we invite a continual stream of negativity and discord into our lives. Such interactions can erode our self-esteem, cloud our judgment, and perpetuate a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. By choosing to distance ourselves from these detrimental influences, we create space for healthier, more supportive relationships to thrive. In doing so, we align ourselves with a more positive and nurturing environment that fosters personal growth and inner peace. Imagine a life where your interactions are characterized by mutual respect, empathy, and encouragement. This shift allows your inner thoughts and emotions to flourish in an atmosphere of harmony and support. By eliminating toxic individuals from your circle, you are not just removing negativity. You are actively choosing to invest in relationships that enhance your well-being and reinforce your sense of self-worth. Embracing this Stoic approach enables you to cultivate a more balanced and fulfilling life, grounded in the strength of positive, supportive connections. 2. Excessive social media consumption. Stoic philosophy places a strong emphasis on focusing our energy and attention on what we can control while avoiding distractions that pull us away from our true priorities. Social media, with its ceaseless barrage of notifications, comparisons, and superficial content, represents a significant external distraction that can cloud our judgment and derail our sense of purpose. The Stoics understood that our mental clarity and emotional well-being are best preserved when we manage our responses to external stimuli rather than being overwhelmed by them. As Epictetus, one of the foremost Stoic philosophers, wisely noted, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." Social media platforms are designed to capture and hold our attention, often by presenting an endless stream of content that can skew our perceptions and set unrealistic standards. This constant exposure to idealized images and narratives can lead to unnecessary stress, anxiety, and a distorted sense of self-worth. The more we immerse ourselves in this virtual environment, the more we risk losing sight of what truly matters in our lives: authentic connections, personal growth, and self-reflection. By consciously limiting your social media usage, you reclaim valuable time and energy that can be redirected towards more meaningful activities. This deliberate choice allows you to focus on aspects of life that align with your values and Stoic principles, such as personal development, genuine relationships, and thoughtful reflection. By creating boundaries around your social media consumption, you regain control over your attention and cultivate a more intentional and fulfilling life. Embracing this Stoic approach helps you maintain mental clarity and directs your efforts toward pursuits that genuinely enrich your well-being, rather than being drawn into the ephemeral and often distracting nature of online interactions. 3. Unrealistic expectations. Stoicism advocates for a mindset rooted in accepting and embracing reality, rather than clinging to idealized fantasies or unattainable goals. Setting expectations that are beyond our control or inherently unrealistic can lead to inevitable disappointment and frustration. This Stoic perspective encourages us to ground our aspirations in the reality of what can be achieved, rather than in the realm of what we wish could be. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, astutely observed, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This wisdom underscores how our mental projections and unrealistic expectations often cause more suffering than the actual circumstances we face. When we set ourselves up with goals or expectations that exceed our current capabilities, or that are dictated by external factors beyond our control, we create a breeding ground for dissatisfaction. The gap between our lofty ideals and actual outcomes can foster frustration and a sense of inadequacy. To cultivate a more resilient and adaptable mindset, Stoicism encourages us to align our expectations with the natural flow of events and our own inherent abilities. This approach involves setting realistic and achievable goals, while also accepting the inherent uncertainties and limitations of life. By adjusting our expectations to be more in line with what is attainable and within our control, we not only reduce the potential for disappointment, but also build a more robust framework for personal growth. Embracing this Stoic principle allows us to focus on our efforts and responses to circumstances rather than being consumed by unattainable ideals. This alignment with reality fosters a greater sense of satisfaction and adaptability, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with a more balanced and resilient outlook. By recalibrating our expectations to reflect what is realistically achievable, we create a more fulfilling and grounded path forward. 4. Materialism. In a society that frequently measures success by the accumulation of wealth and possessions, Stoicism offers a profound counter-narrative. The Stoics assert that true contentment and lasting happiness do not stem from external possessions or material wealth, but from the cultivation of inner virtues and a well-governed mind. This philosophical stance challenges the common notion that the more we own, the happier we become. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, poignantly noted, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind." This insight emphasizes that the true source of happiness lies within the quality of our thoughts and the state of our inner life, rather than in the material objects we accumulate. According to Stoic thought, possessions are transient and ultimately powerless to provide enduring satisfaction. Instead, it is our internal responses and the way we cultivate our character that define our sense of well-being. Materialism often entices us with the promise of happiness through the acquisition of goods, yet it rarely delivers on this promise. The relentless pursuit of material wealth can lead to a cycle of constant desire and superficial fulfillment, leaving us perpetually unsatisfied. Stoicism encourages a shift in focus from material accumulation to the development of personal virtues, such as wisdom, courage, and temperance. By prioritizing these inner qualities and seeking fulfillment through meaningful experiences and personal growth, we align ourselves with a deeper and more enduring sense of contentment. Adopting this Stoic perspective involves re-evaluating our relationship with material possessions and recognizing their limited role in achieving true happiness. By embracing a life centered on inner virtues and authentic experiences, we move towards a more profound and lasting sense of fulfillment. This approach not only liberates us from the constraints of materialistic pursuits, but also enriches our lives with a more genuine and sustainable form of contentment. 5. Procrastination. The Stoic philosophy places great emphasis on living with intention and mindfulness, advocating for a disciplined approach to our responsibilities and actions. Procrastination, often seen as a minor lapse in productivity, is in fact a significant barrier to achieving our goals and living a fulfilling life. It represents a theft of time, which is a resource we can never replenish. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher known for his reflections on time and virtue, profoundly stated, "Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend." Procrastination erodes our ability to act with purpose and diminishes our capacity to align our daily actions with our core values. It often stems from a fear of failure, a sense of overwhelm, or a tendency to avoid discomfort. However, by postponing tasks, we not only delay the completion of our responsibilities, but also the satisfaction and sense of accomplishment that comes from facing challenges head-on. This delay can lead to a cycle of stress and missed opportunities, ultimately undermining our sense of purpose and achievement. Stoicism teaches that our time and energy are finite resources, and it is our duty to use them wisely. Adopting a proactive approach involves confronting tasks as they arise, breaking them down into manageable steps, and addressing them with deliberate action. This practice aligns our daily activities with our broader values and goals, creating a sense of accomplishment and reinforcing our commitment to personal integrity and purpose. By overcoming procrastination and acting with intention, we foster a disciplined mindset that values each moment and prioritizes meaningful progress. This Stoic approach not only enhances our productivity, but also cultivates a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. Embracing this mindset helps us to live more authentically, ensuring that our actions reflect our values and contribute to our overall well-being. 6. Constant need for approval. In a world that often values external validation and public recognition, the Stoic philosophy offers a compelling alternative. Seeking constant approval from others can profoundly undermine our sense of self-worth and lead to a life driven by external validation rather than internal values. This perpetual quest for validation can be both exhausting and disheartening, as it places our self-esteem in the hands of others, who may never fully understand or appreciate our true worth. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, articulated this idea with striking clarity. "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." This metaphor highlights the transient nature of our physical presence and the enduring significance of our inner life. According to Stoicism, our true worth is not determined by external opinions or approval, but by our internal virtues and how we conduct ourselves. The constant need for validation can divert our focus from cultivating inner strength and integrity to chasing fleeting external rewards. Stoicism encourages us to embrace self-reliance and to recognize that our self-worth is derived from our own understanding of our values and actions, not from the fleeting approval of others. By letting go of the need for external validation, we free ourselves to build genuine self-esteem rooted in our own principles and accomplishments. This shift fosters a more resilient and enduring confidence, allowing us to navigate life with greater autonomy and peace of mind. Strengthening your self-esteem through Stoic practices involves focusing on what you can control, your actions, thoughts, and responses, while accepting that you cannot control others' opinions or judgments. By cultivating inner confidence and self-acceptance, you reinforce your sense of self-worth and align more closely with your personal values. This approach not only enhances your emotional resilience, but also leads to a more authentic and fulfilling life, unburdened by the need for constant external approval. 7. Negative self-talk. The Stoic philosophy profoundly acknowledges the power of the mind in shaping our experiences and overall reality. Persistent negative self-talk, which involves criticizing or doubting oneself, can create a significant barrier to personal growth and happiness. Such negative internal dialogue can undermine self-esteem, cloud judgment, and perpetuate a cycle of self-defeat. Marcus Aurelius, a key Stoic thinker, emphasized this concept with his observation, The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. This insight underscores the profound impact that our thoughts have on our perception of life. According to Stoicism, our mental state is not a passive reflection of external circumstances, but an active force that can shape our experiences and responses. Negative self-talk distorts our view of reality and limits our potential by reinforcing self-limiting beliefs and fears. By engaging in negative self-talk, we essentially imprison ourselves within a narrow and often pessimistic view of our capabilities and worth. This internal negativity can stifle creativity, diminish motivation, and hinder personal progress. Stoicism advocates for the practice of challenging and reframing these detrimental thoughts. Instead of allowing negativity to dominate, we are encouraged to adopt a more balanced and constructive inner dialogue. This process involves consciously identifying negative thoughts, evaluating their validity, and replacing them with more positive and realistic perspectives. By fostering a mindset that focuses on constructive self-affirmation and growth, we align our thoughts with our true potential and capabilities. Reframing negative self-talk helps to build a more resilient and optimistic outlook, enabling us to approach challenges with greater confidence and adaptability. Embracing this Stoic approach to managing our internal dialogue not only enhances personal growth, but also contributes to a more fulfilling and positive experience of life. By actively shaping our thoughts and perceptions, we create a supportive mental environment that nurtures our well-being and drives us towards greater achievements and happiness. 8. Unhealthy habits. Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in harmony with nature and ourselves, emphasizing that true well-being stems from balanced and deliberate living. Unhealthy habits, whether related to diet, exercise, or sleep, disrupt this natural harmony and can significantly impact our overall health and quality of life. These habits create imbalances that not only affect our physical state, but also undermine our mental and emotional resilience. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher renowned for his insights into ethics and self-discipline, highlighted this principle succinctly. A good character, like good health, can only be achieved through consistent effort. This statement underscores the Stoic belief that maintaining good health and developing a virtuous character are not passive achievements, but active pursuits requiring ongoing effort and commitment. Unhealthy habits, on the other hand, often arise from a lack of mindfulness and can become entrenched if left unchecked, leading to a cycle of diminishing well-being. For example, poor dietary choices, sedentary lifestyles, and irregular sleep patterns can all contribute to physical ailments, decreased energy levels, and impaired cognitive function. These unhealthy patterns can erode our ability to think clearly, manage stress, and pursue our goals effectively. In contrast, adopting healthier routines, such as balanced nutrition, regular exercise, and sufficient rest, aligns with the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and promotes a state of equilibrium. By committing to healthier habits, you enhance not only your physical well-being, but also your mental and emotional resilience. This holistic approach to health supports a more stable and fulfilling life, providing the foundation necessary for achieving personal growth and maintaining inner peace. The consistent effort required to cultivate and sustain these positive habits is a reflection of Stoic values, reinforcing the idea that true health and character development come from a disciplined and intentional approach to living. Embracing this perspective helps you foster a more harmonious existence and equips you to face life's challenges with greater strength and clarity. 9. Overcommitment. The Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control is particularly relevant when addressing the issue of overcommitment. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to take on too many responsibilities and obligations, leading to burnout and a sense of overwhelm. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this concept succinctly. It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them. This insight highlights that our emotional distress often arises not from the events themselves, but from our reactions and judgments about those events. Overcommitting ourselves to various tasks, projects, or roles can create a chaotic and unsustainable lifestyle, where we are spread too thin and struggle to meet the demands placed upon us. This tendency to overextend can lead to significant stress, decreased productivity, and a diminished sense of accomplishment. It often results from a desire to please others, a fear of missing out, or an unrealistic assessment of our capabilities. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can truly control, our actions, choices, and responses, rather than becoming overwhelmed by external demands or trying to manage everything at once. By setting realistic boundaries and prioritizing what genuinely matters to us, we create a more balanced and manageable lifestyle. This approach involves discerning between essential and non-essential commitments, allowing us to dedicate our time and energy to pursuits that align with our values and long-term goals. By practicing mindful prioritization and setting boundaries, you not only protect your well-being, but also enhance your ability to engage meaningfully with the commitments you do choose to embrace. This Stoic strategy fosters a more controlled and deliberate approach to life, where you can focus on quality over quantity and maintain a sense of equilibrium amidst the demands of daily life. Embracing this principle helps you navigate your responsibilities with greater clarity and resilience, ensuring a more balanced and fulfilling existence. 10. Fear of failure. Stoicism offers a transformative perspective on failure, viewing it not as a devastating obstacle, but as an integral and valuable component of the human experience. In the Stoic framework, failure is seen as a natural part of life that provides crucial lessons and opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, insightfully remarked, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound observation suggests that challenges and setbacks are not merely barriers, but are instrumental in advancing our personal development. Fear of failure often paralyzes us, preventing us from taking action and pursuing our goals. This fear can stem from concerns about making mistakes, facing criticism, or not meeting our own or others' expectations. However, Stoicism teaches us that failure, rather than being an end point, is a vital teacher that helps refine our approach, strengthen our resolve, and enhance our resilience. By reframing failure as an opportunity for learning and improvement, we shift our perspective from viewing setbacks as threats to seeing them as stepping stones on the path to success. Embracing failure with this Stoic mindset allows us to confront challenges with greater confidence and equanimity. It encourages a proactive attitude, where we learn from our mistakes and adapt our strategies accordingly. This approach not only reduces the fear of failure, but also fosters a more resilient and courageous attitude toward pursuing our goals. By integrating this Stoic principle into our lives, we develop the capacity to face obstacles with a constructive mindset, leveraging each experience to build greater strength and wisdom. Incorporating this perspective into your daily life means accepting that setbacks are an inevitable and valuable part of growth. By adopting this Stoic approach, you empower yourself to take bold actions, embrace learning opportunities, and navigate the path to success with greater resilience and assurance. 11. Excessive worry about the future. Stoicism advocates for a profound focus on the present moment, emphasizing the importance of accepting the inherent uncertainty of the future. Excessive worry about what may or may not happen tomorrow can significantly detract from our ability to fully engage with and enjoy the present. This preoccupation with future events often generates unnecessary anxiety and detracts from our overall well-being. Seneca, a key Stoic philosopher, astutely observed, "We are more concerned about our future than we are about our present." This insight highlights a common human tendency to fixate on what lies ahead, often at the expense of appreciating and effectively managing the present moment. Worrying excessively about the future can lead to a constant state of tension and distraction, preventing us from making the most of our current circumstances. It can foster a sense of helplessness and fear as we become preoccupied with hypothetical scenarios and potential problems that may never materialize. Stoicism teaches us that the future is inherently uncertain and beyond our direct control, and thus it is more constructive to focus our energy on the here and now. By grounding ourselves in the present, we align our efforts with what is within our control and address challenges as they arise. This Stoic approach involves acknowledging our concerns about the future, but choosing to concentrate on our immediate actions and decisions. This shift in focus helps to alleviate unnecessary anxiety and fosters a more balanced and serene outlook. Living in the present moment and addressing challenges as they come allows us to cultivate a grounded perspective, enhancing our ability to respond effectively to current situations. By letting go of excessive worry about the future, we open ourselves to a more fulfilling and mindful experience of life, where our actions and decisions are informed by our present circumstances rather than by speculative fears. Embracing this Stoic practice not only reduces anxiety, but also empowers us to live more fully and authentically. As we embrace these Stoic principles and work to eliminate these 11 elements from our lives, we set the stage for a more serene and purpose-driven existence. By letting go of toxic relationships, excessive social media consumption, unrealistic expectations, materialism, procrastination, the constant need for approval, negative self-talk, unhealthy habits, overcommitment, fear of failure, and excessive worry about the future, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with nature and our true selves. This process is not merely about removing obstacles, but about creating space for personal growth and inner peace. True transformation begins with the courage to release what no longer serves us and to embrace a path of mindful intention and self-improvement. If you found this guide insightful and are ready to embark on a journey towards a more fulfilling life, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more empowering content, and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Here's to a transformative and meaningful year ahead, guided by the wisdom of Stoicism.